What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I don't know why I did that. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here on this wonderful evening. I'm about to record my last track for this particular session for me sitting down here on a Friday night. And I was thinking about what I wanted to listen to. I have a list and I have suggestions. And I was like, what do I want to listen to? And I haven't listened to The Police in a long time. So I felt that I felt like I wanted to listen to them. So I'm just going to listen to the first track off their album, Ghost in the Machine, which is Spirits in the Material World, which sounds kind of ominous, but also at the same time sounds a little bit fun. I also see that this track has been recommended by quite a few of you. And like I said before, some of you that type in the name of the track may not have necessarily recommended it. It's just I have no great way to always find everyone, so hopefully this covers some people. At least these people mentioned the track. I don't know if you recommended it. Robot Willie, R. Gray, Jay, and AK. I think you guys were going back and forth about this track. The Mighty V, I see you in there as well. Hold on, I'm getting through. Cannot Chase Paranormal Investigations, Gale TV, I see you. Victor, in all caps, and Lotta Riccio. So thank you all so much for the recommendation. But I was going to listen to this track anyway. I just figured I was going to listen to this track, and I was like, I'm sure people have recommended it. So I just typed it in really quick, and there you go. So, what's your favorite Spirits in the Material World movie? Spirited Away. Let's go ahead and give it a listen. We'll talk about it after. Let's go. Though I guess she was a material girl in a spirit world. You could argue.
There is no political solution.
I like the way he said that.
To our troubled evolution. Have no faith in Constitution. There is no bloody revolution.
I like that synth, that riff.
We are spirits.
And every time Copeland comes in, it's always unexpected.
In the material world, our spirits. In the material world, our spirits. In the material world.
I like that pause. And that bass, he's ripping it.
With words they try to jail you. They subjugate the meek.
I love the way he's hitting that
But
bass.
it's the rhetoric of failure. We are spirits in the material world. Our spirits in the material world. Our spirits in the material world. Our spirits in the material world.
Now holding that note longer, make this bigger and grander.
Where does the answer lie? Living from day to day. If it's something we can buy, there must be another way. We are spirits in the material world. Our spirits in the material world. Our spirits in the material world. Our spirits in the material world.
Interesting break in the lines and how he delivers it. I heard you with the double tap on the snare, Copeland. You can't hide that from me in a fade out. All right, yeah, it's a wonderful opening track to the album. This is great to listen to. It's great to be back listening to The Police. You have Copeland, who's just he plays in a way that is so eloquent and elegant. And I do mean eloquent because he speaks with the drums like none other, I guess you could say. You know, like he has a certain grace to his drum playing. the way that he holds certain notes and hits back, the way he gives a little break of space before coming back in. Like, it's always a joy to listen to. I love when he does that. Just leave a little space and just sounds great, right? And then Summers, you have him a little more subdued here. I want to say that during that break when the keyboard note is held a little bit longer and sustained, you hear him, he's providing that melody that kind of, I don't even know what you say, like he's playing behind it all. I'm pretty sure that's him behind it. It could be another keyboard, but I think it's going to be Summers back there. And then Sting himself, of course, he sounds great. We're going to talk a little bit about his wordplay and the way he delivers his lines in there. But the bass playing. The roll he does on the bass to give it that extra thump and bump feels really good. That's a good track. And then that keyboard that just repeats. It could be annoying, but I don't think it hits that level. But I like that. And then in the material world, our spirits in the material world. Let's talk about that, huh? We're gonna go over all the lyrics, but I want to go. No, you know what? Let's just start at the beginning. Why not? There is no political solution, which I love the way he says political. There is no political solution to our troubled evolution. Have no faith in Constitution. There is no bloody revolution. We are spirits in the material world. Are spirits in the material world. We are spirits in the material world. Are spirits in the material world. Okay. So, first things first, the meaning. There's no solutions. Have no faith in the Constitution. Perhaps he feels powerless in the grand scheme of things. So he feels like a spirit in the material world, something that exists in the material world, but unable to affect it. Remember Patrick Swayze, Whoopi Goldberg, Ghost? Great movie. Remember how frustrating it was in the first and second act because he couldn't interact physically with things, like he was just a ghost until, either he could possess Whoopi or eventually he was able to move the penny. So it's kind of like that. Existing, but powerless to cause change, basically, is I think what he's saying. Also, in the chorus, what I really like is the way that it's delivered. Let me listen to the last little bit again so we can kind of get this back in our head. It's just the chorus repeating, but I want you to listen to the chorus, right? See, so after he says, we are spirits in the material world, there's no pause after world like you would have in, let's just say, a more conventional pop song or chorus. There's no pause. He immediately flips into our spirits in the material world, our spirits. You see how there's no pause? He just goes straight into it, which changes it because the line is, we are spirits in the material world. And then it forms into a question the way he switches into the next line. Are spirits in the material world. I just think that that's really cool, the little shift and the way that it's done musically, like the performance and the delivery, and then how it's actually written there. I think that's really, really good. Our so-called leaders speak with words they try to jail you. They subjugate the meek, but it's rhetoric for failure. Where does the answer lie? Living from day to day. If it's something we can't buy, there must be another way. Money can't buy it. So how can we attain it? How can we attain change? How can we make change? I don't know. Go to an ATM. Bring your dollar. It says that this track was a single. ATMs don't give you change. It was a single in 1981 and reached number 12 in the United Kingdom and number 11 in the US. That's it? I feel like this would be I don't know. I expected, I guess, higher for this. It says that this was written by Sting on a Casio keyboard while in a truck. It was his first experience using a synthesizer. It says Spirits in the Material World was written on one of those Casio keyboards while I was riding in the back of a truck somewhere. I just tap, 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 and there it is, just by accident. That was the first time I'd ever touched a synthesizer. That album. I think that is hilarious. It says that Summers' presence on the studio track is less pronounced than the vast majority. In fact, Sting wanted to record it without him entirely. He wanted to use the synthesizer instead of the guitar. Summers thought the synthesizer part should be replaced by guitar, and after considerable argument, they compromised by recording the part on both instruments. Okay, with a mix that the synthesizer drowned out much of Summers' guitar. So he kind of got his way anyway. Sting kind of got his way. He said, okay, Summers, we'll get you in on this one. But then just turned up the knob on the keyboard and turned down the knob on Summers, basically. So that makes sense as to why, like, I wasn't quite sure, like, is that synth or it makes sense. He's in there, but I guess you could say he's really feeling like a spirit in the material world. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought of this track. You can let me know in the comments down below. You can follow me on Twitter. If you enjoy what I do and you want to help me out, you can support me on Patreon. But otherwise, just before you run away, just before you leave, press that like button. It does help me a great deal. And otherwise, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.